Throughout the rescue and recovery efforts in Paradise, first responders have been working tirelessly to provide much needed services to people in this area. Butte County Sheriff Kory Honea has been one of the faces leading that effort. We sat down with him for an exclusive interview on how his small department is handling this massive undertaking.
It is a lot.
While taking a deep breath, Butte County Sheriff Kory Honea says the credit goes to his people.
We're not a large department, so we don't have, unlimited resources by any stretch of the imagination. But I am really proud of my department. They have done an incredible job in the face of what has turned out to be an unprecedented event.
He says some staff still haven't had a single day off since the campfire started.
I had to eventually start forcing people to take some time off so that they could start catching up on their rest. Even those members of my department who lost homes, they'd wanted to be out here doing the job, protecting this community. So it's taken a toll on us, but we are absolutely committed to pushing forward.
Resources are stretched thin, but he says the state has a well-developed mutual aid system in place.
We've had law enforcement personnel from all over the state of California working with us. We have the National Guard here. And so with those resources supplementing my department's resources, as well as the Paradise Police Department's resources, because they were completely eviscerated, we've been able to keep track.
The sheriff says in February of last year, he got a wake-up call preparing him for the campfire disaster.
My thought was that would be the biggest threat to my community that I would ever deal with.
But he was wrong. The Oroville spillway emergency last year only proved to be an important lesson in how his department would need to function 19 months later in Paradise.
My department really came together after the Oroville Dam spillway crisis. We learned a lot from that. We learned how to deal with these crises. How we learned to work together certainly helped us deal with the campfire.
Honea says although the fire is out, much of the work is only beginning. He talked about a service being launched this weekend for the people who have been kept out of the areas affected by the fire.
Today we opened up a call center that allows citizens to request a law enforcement escort up into the affected area for critical needs.
The typically serious sheriff did manage to crack a smile when he talked about seeing internet memes of himself.
One of them came out like the day of the fire, right after the fire, and then another couple, and my staff showed them to me, and I said, my first thought was find this guy and make him stop.
But soon, he learned the viral memes put smiles on the faces of the people in the community, some of them depicting Honea as a superhero. He says he's flattered, but the credit goes to his staff.
It's my people that are doing that, and I just happen to be kind of on the front edge of that, if that makes any sense.
The sheriff says there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, but he and his department are committed to seeing it through. We'll continue to track the latest developments on the campfire, both on air and online. Download the free KCRA 3 app for the latest on evacuation orders being lifted, residents returning home, and efforts to rebuild. New tonight, a show of force along the U.S. border.